Welcome back to another video from PremPods. We hope everyone had a Merry Christmas. If you don't celebrate, obviously, hope you had a good day either way.
Yep.
We are back again for another video, looking forward to game week 20. We do need to do a video looking back on the first 19 games to see how we've got on.
Yes.
But there's a lot of work behind the scenes that needs to happen before we can do that. But yeah, we're going to look forward to game week 20. First game of the week, 12:30 kickoff on Saturday, is Luton against Chelsea.
I have gone for a Desmond.
Yeah?
I think Luton are going to keep it up. I think Chelsea are going to keep bottling it. Chelsea have proven that they can play against the big teams, but it's the little ones that they're struggling with this year. So,
and Luton putting in some good performances as well against the bigger teams.
Very true. Very, very true.
Nearly got a draw from you, drew against us.
Yeah. So I'm going Desmond Chelsea, mate.
Well, I went with 3-1 Chelsea.
3-1?
Yeah, the only because the times that they've played Chelsea before, Chelsea have always scored 3 goals. It's been 3-0, 3-2 and 3-1. Obviously the last 2 were FA Cup games, but yeah, 3-0 at the start of the season for Chelsea at home. I think it's going to be pretty similar away. Luton have obviously done brilliant to pick up 2 wins in their last 2 games, and if they did beat Chelsea or drew, they'd be on level 1 points with Everton.
Fair play, mate.
But unfortunately, I think this week it comes to a halt, their progress, and I'm looking forward to see what they can do after this, because the 2 good wins that they've had have been good wins. But yeah, I still think Chelsea are gonna have more than enough for Luton, squad-wise and stuff like that. Obviously, a lot of games are coming in thick and fast in this time of year, and Chelsea should have more players that they can utilise, and higher quality as well.
Luton time are going to do it, though.
Luton time gonna do it. You said it. You called it a couple of times where Luton have managed to.
Yeah, Newcastle, mate.
Pull something out. Yeah, exactly. Pull something out of the fire. But yeah, we'll see. Next game we've got on here is Villa against Burnley. Villa at home to Burnley. Already they played against each other this season. Yeah, again another one that was near the start of the season. Villa winning 3-1 away against Burnley. I've gone with 2-1 Villa this week. They should win. Obviously, they'll be disappointed with United with how the United game went.
Definitely.
This is a much easier fixture. They're back at home as well, where they've been formidable really this season. But I still think there could be some kind of like tired legs in there and stuff. So I would normally say that Villa would blow Burnley away. I was thinking more of a 4-1, something like that. But I'm just being a bit conservative just because of the amount of games people are playing.
I did the exact same scoreline, mate. 2-1 Villa.
There you go.
They're at home. You said they beat them away, so I don't think Burnley are going to be able to do anything at Villa's ground.
No.
Bigger teams haven't, so football math never adds up. But
exactly.
We'll see.
I'd tell you, last 3 games that they've had at Villa, all draws.
That's mad.
So
that's mad.
Yeah, and all different 1-1, 0-0, 2-2, and then Burnley have won. So the last 4 games at Villa, but Villa haven't beat Burnley.
Fair enough.
So yeah, you never know. Weird stats like that can always come back to bite them.
That's true. It's very true.
But yeah, Villa should have more than enough.
Definitely.
Much better squad, can rotate in, and the players that they've got on their bench and stuff, you're looking like they could be starting for some teams as well. So
way better.
Next game we've got is Palace against Brentford.
That should be a good game, actually.
Palace at home.
That should be a good game.
We went with the same score again here. I think that's statistically good, isn't it? Really.
I didn't actually. Do you know what? I never actually look back at the other games because I've done that before. And it sends me down my own rabbit hole, innit? I just look at the game and go, who's going to win? Are they going to draw? And that's it.
Yeah.
But then, looking back at the fixtures is a good way to go.
You got to gauge it with how the teams are looking now. Obviously, the past. I'm sure like Man United's past result against a lot of teams. You just take that as they should beat them. They should beat them. They hammer them normally.
That's what I'm saying. We do it with Man United as well. You just do it off how they are playing, innit? Not like previous seasons, but are Man United going to win? Probably not.
But in certain games, like these type of games where, I don't know, man, it's kind of an odd game. I do look to the past to see what has happened before. And, last 5 games in the Prem, 5 draws.
Wow. So, yeah.
1-1, 1-1, 1-1, 0-0, 0-0. So,
I think likely it's going to repeat itself.
From what I can see on here, that's the only times that they played against each other.
Fair enough.
And they've only drawn in competitive fixtures. So, again, I've gone with 1-1. It's happened 3 times already out of the last 5.
There you go.
wouldn't be surprised with any result here, to be honest. Again, very strange game, so I've just gone with the historical.
Yes. The only thing I'd be surprised about is if Palace win. That would surprise me.
I don't know, Brentford. Well, you just see Brentford get battered.
I know, but Brentford
Wolves.
are. That's true. That's very true.
Their squad is thinning slowly. You know, Palace are a bit of an odd team. I'm just. There's no heavy favourite for me at all in this game, and with the draw being it's happening so often, I have to just go with it.
1-1, mate. I agree.
You got 1-1 as well. Yeah.
Same.
Now, interesting game here comes. I'm interested to see which way you say this is going to go.
They're going to get battered.
Man City at home against Sheffield United in a game where
They're going to get battered.
Sheffield United played very well to keep City at bay for as long as they did, and had chances to arguably win the game at a point when they played City last time at home. Obviously, very different now going away. Etihad, not a lot of teams go there and win at Man City, and especially not teams that are 20th in the table. They've only won 2 games this season.
Considering like City's biggest bogey team is Spurs, and they only nicked a draw at Etihad.
Yeah.
It's Sheffield United doing niche. Mate. I don't even know if they'll score. It's no disrespect to Sheffield United, but I can't see them even grabbing a goal there in it. Like City have been poor. City have been poor, but there's just games like this where I think they remind people, like listen, we're gonna win the next 15.
Yeah.
You lot are waffling about how we're dropping points and this that, but we've dropped points, and so have you.
Yeah, everyone.
So
has,
it's not really a problem for them now.
It's not miles. They're not miles apart from us. by any means.
And it feels like they should be, because it feels like they have dropped a lot more points, but they haven't really.
Well, listen, if they win their game in hand, they'll be 2 points behind us.
There you go.
So we've lost the league to City with like 11 point, 12 point advantage.
So have we.
Later on in the season as well, with much less games to play.
Exactly.
So, but that's why I like this year's Prem, because look, from 5th to 1st is 6 points.
Yeah, it's a lot better.
It's not been like that for a long time. You've had the first 2-3 teams which have kind of cleared away from everyone else.
Yeah,
So you're going to see a lot of action for top 4. Hopefully a long title challenge as well, a long title race. And top 4. I mean, United as West Ham, Newcastle, them type of teams could catch up.
Yeah, they could
see this top 5 a bit pulling away.
They'll pull away definitely. The top 4, top 5, they'll leave the rest
Tottenham,
behind.
Man City, Villa, Arsenal, Liverpool. At the moment, I can see them pulling away a bit. Villa again, you question, because we haven't seen them in this type of position for like 20 years or something.
They're not going to be there at the end, man. They're not.
But like we said, they've got a good squad and stuff. So.
But they're not going to be there at the end.
But that's the thing. You have to wait and see it.
I don't think they are.
We said this about Leicester, I suppose, when they were top at Christmas.
There's always an outlier, in it. I don't really think.
I still think Villa being top 4 would be an outlier.
100%.
Not even 100%. if they're in the title like this close to us till February, March, let's say, and then they just start to drop off, but stay in the Champions League. I think that's an incredible season for Villa, really.
If they finish 4th, that would be brilliant. But this game, 3-0, mate.
3-0, sorry, I went on a tangent there,
Yeah, I have to pull you back in, because you just go wayward sometimes, mate.
But Man City 3-0, I'm along similar sort of lines. I'm going to go 4-1.
Going to give him a goal at Etihad, yeah?
I'm going to give him a goal, I think.
Cameron Archer screamer.
Yeah, City just lackluster sometimes defensively, man. They've conceded a lot more goals than they normally would. Against teams that they wouldn't normally concede against, so...
Yeah, that's fair.
But I still expect them to batter them, even.
Yeah, they should.
Next game we've got here, Wolves against Everton. Wolves are at home, had some really good results recently. Everton the same, not so much last time out, but other than that, they've started to turn things around massively, and they've kind of got rid of that 10-point deduction, and now it's just we're in a relegation battle.
Yeah, they're in it.
It is what it is. Difficult game to call for me. I'll let you go first.
I have gone with a Wolves win, ever so slight Wolves win. Very, very close game. 2 very different teams in terms of how they both choose to play with and without the ball. Like Wolves, how I see Wolves playing football, when they actually win games, they move the ball around you quite well. In and around the box. Like, they're not going to do it against your Cities and things like this, but they've done it against top opposition this season. where we were very surprised. But yeah, the way they moved the ball in and around the box, very, very quick passes. Whereas Everton, most of their goals are like quite direct and quick. There's not really much build-up play. It's Everton have won the ball and now Decore's 60 yards up the pitch and he's scoring in it. Do you get what I mean? There's not much like build-up play. So I think this game is... Wolves have to be very careful about how many corners they give away in this game. Because that could be how they lose the game.
Yeah.
By giving away too many corners and then Everton have too many chances to nick a header. But yeah, I think Wolves are going to beat them 2-1 just because I think Wolves are better on the floor. And if they keep the ball down, they'll win the game.
Yeah, I think they are definitely a better footballing team than Everton. Everton are 100% going to cause more of a problem on set pieces, even though Wolves are quite a big, big team. But again, it's just the way Everton are. I don't know, man. I was going to go with you on a 2-1. I just think it's one of them games where both teams' forms might just elude them a bit. And they might get dragged into a sort of game where they're just having a punching match with each other.
Could be.
And no one's really landing too much of a killer blow. So I've gone with 1-1. There's been more draws than anything else in this fixture at home in the Premier League as well. It could be one of the ones where either side wins and catches that up, but again, I'm not too sure. I'm not too set on both teams, so I'm going 1-1 again.
Fair play. I can see it happening, mate. I can see it.
Indeed. I don't know, yeah. Not too much to be said about that. I mean, again, no surprise if it goes either way whatsoever. Yeah, as you can see, head-to-head 7-6-6. So
it's close.
Yeah.
Very close.
What's the next game we've got here? Forest against Man United. That is the last game on Saturday, 5:30 kickoff. Forest at home.
Forest at home.
New manager, of course. Forest been in there for a couple of games. United are United.
United are United.
They just beat. Who did they just beat?
United.
Villa? They just beat Villa.
They beat them, 3-2 at OT. Yeah. So Hodgson scored his goal. I saw a funny joke the other day before you carry on.
Go
on. My man from Chelsea was injured for half the year and scored his first Premier League goal before Ireland.
Who
the Chelsea striker.
Nkunku.
Yeah.
Oh god, yeah, Jesus. Well, he finally scored anyway.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's funny, isn't it?
But yeah,
horrible.
And he's their top goal scorer in the Champions League. That they came bottom in the group. So again, pointless goal scoring in a way. Yeah. But following United's trend this year, but again, Forest are kind of like that as well.
No, but Forest
over Newcastle.
Forest did turn over Newcastle, but what you have to remember is Forest dealt with Aston Villa at home, and Aston Villa came into that game way better form than United. So I'm seeing a little Forest nicking it here.
I'm not surprised because I've got the trend of United.
They're horrendous.
Doing well, like performing, turning a game around, and the next week just being back to the usual nonsense. I'm looking at here stats. United won the last 10 games against Forest, so that doesn't look good for Forest whatsoever. They've only beaten United once.
Was this all last season and the year before and that?
This is like historically.
Yeah, this is when United were historically good, though, isn't it?
Yeah, so were Forest.
True, a long time. True, but I honestly think Forest are going to do them, mate. I think Forest are going to beat them 1-0 just because they're at home. Not many teams have scored 2 goals against Villa. And they scored 2 against Villa.
3-1 away against Newcastle.
That's massive, mate.
Playing United.
Mate, Newcastle at home. Just understand that for a sec. We've been talking about Newcastle's away form. That's fine.
Yeah, let's go.
But their home form is brilliant.
2-1 Forest.
You're getting 2-1.
Elanga winner.
Mate, screamer.
Elanga winner is what I'm saying.
I like him, that geezer. He just needs a bit more composure.
I do worry about Forest because of Matt Turner though. Watching him against Newcastle was like, mate, it's because they've easily been 3-3 or 4-3 to Newcastle.
Dreadful goalkeeper. Corners, catching, distribution, throw, everything is questionable.
Yes,
questionable.
His saving ability, everything is just a bit of a mess.
Did we get any money for him? If we did, we've hit a jackpot.
Maybe
10p would have been more than enough.
He's one of your American. You got American owners, let's sign an American player type thing.
He was like our third choice goalie there, and it's not hard to see why.
Yeah, not hard at all. We've both gone for Forest win here.
Yeah.
We might fall flat on our face, but to be honest, United have got this type of performance in them where they lose to a team they should battle. So
We have to earn our respect again. I'm not backing United until these lot start beating these teams again. Until then, I'm backing the other teams.
Yeah, and like we said, they win games, they lose games. They've only drawn one game this season against us.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's a win or a loss.
That's it.
So there's 50-50 for what United are going to do in a
That's
game.
it. And they're struggling at OT, so away is long.
Yes, exactly. Away. But again, it's just Forest, that type of team. Like just going back a 3-1 Newcastle.
It's football
Now
maths. It's football
and
maths.
then yeah.
Out the window, mate.
Anyway, moving on. We both said Forest win. Let's hope
Yes.
that comes in. We're going on to the Sunday fixtures. First one on Sunday is Fulham against Arsenal. London derby. Fulham are at home at Craven Cottage.
Another London derby.
Well, how many is there? Oh, for you lot, you're saying?
Yeah, we got one. We got one on Thursday against flipping Hammers, and now we got one Fulham.
Yeah, true. Yeah, Fulham. Yeah, Fulham at home. Putting in a lot better performances, scoring goals, causing problems for teams, looking a threat, looking like the team as a unit has more of an understanding of what each other are good at.
A lot more now, yeah.
And they're playing to each other's strengths. It seems they've lost their last 3 after after having like a really
crazy
good
run, yeah, 5-1s and stuff.
And then they've had some disappointing performances last 3 games, losing to who did they beat by? Oh, they beat West Ham 5-0, sorry.
Yeah.
They lost to Burnley 2-0 at home. Lost to Brentford 3-0 away. Lost to 3-0 away against Newcastle. So they haven't scored in the last 3 games in the Prem, Fulham.
They'll score against us because we love giving away a
I think so as well. I think it could be an odd one.
Yeah.
Like a 3-2 Arsenal or something.
Could be. It was 2-2 at the Emirates now this year. They drew with us earlier in the year, innit?
Yeah.
So
with 10 men.
With 10 men, yeah. That was a good goal at the end from their corner as well.
Yeah.
That was good, man.
Yeah.
But I understand why you would say 3-2 because it does look like that. I'm only giving them 1 goal just because of I can see them getting 1 in it. But then we're normally alright at closing up shop in it once that happens. We go on then and just press them instead of allowing them to be on us. So
you might be 1-0 down and then turn around and win the game. But it's rare where you lose the game from a winning
1-0 up,
yeah. Especially nowadays anyway, the defence they seem to be a lot
solid,
better
man.
sorted out. So.
Saliba's solid, mate.
I mean, looking back here, you've won your last 4-5 games away at Fulham.
Away
at Fulham. Yeah.
Craven Cottage it's not.
And they only score 1 goal normally in those games.
It's not a bad place, mate. It's not a bad place. Well, I said 2-1 Arsenal. What did you say? You said 3-2.
Look at the odd percentage here.
What's that?
When the odds are, because have you seen this before? So it says when the odds are this, it suggests they have this 19% chance.
Yeah, they're not winning, man.
Yeah, but the team actually wins 1% of these matches.
Yeah, they're not
winning them.
They're not winning. They're not beating us. I'm not having it. It might even be
quite
us blowing them out of the water, but I'm going 2-1 just because I'm not fully confident in us closing out games yet.
Again, loads of games being played.
Yeah.
Christmas period. People footballers are humans at the end of the day as well. You know, they're entitled to have a drink. They're entitled to have a slap up meal. Which might be not too beneficial to them over the next couple of weeks or whatever. You know, they're getting rid of all the chocolate or whatever else. I'm sure they don't do everything what us civilians do. But I'm sure they look after themselves as well.
100%. They'll still be training. Yeah, they'll still be training. But yeah, they'll still treat themselves.
So they treat themselves. Yeah. So yeah, I think it could be an up and down sort of game, and I think you should get the upper hand and get.
I think we'll win.
3-2. You've gone 2-1.
Yeah.
So still calling a close game. Never know.
That's it, mate.
There's only 2 games on Sunday.
Yes.
The second game we've got it both at the same time. Tottenham against Bournemouth. Tottenham are at home. Spurs, they're kind of getting back on track.
Spurs are ticking along, mate. Spurs are ticking along.
Having some good victories the past.
That's it.
Few games.
They're earning our respect, definitely.
Yeah.
They're taking up leads. They're keeping the lead now. They're coming back from being down. They're doing well now, man. They're well and truly. I would say well and truly on target to get top 4 and nick it off Villa.
I think Spurs are definitely a top 4 shout.
Yeah,
for sure.
Right behind City.
If they manage to keep people as fit as they can for as long as possible, avoid suspensions because they have got a team with a few players in there that are just headless. Romero, Udogie. Good
but
players.
the thing is, Udogie is fair play is headless. He's been one of them players that's come through the academy and been outstanding. He's not. He's not. Where did they buy him from?
Italy, somewhere in Italy.
They've done wonders with that buy. How much are they buying for? Because I didn't hear about a big transfer. But yeah, that geezer, apologies, I thought he came from the academy. But yeah, because he's quite young, no? He's like 20 or something. 21, yeah.
Yeah, he's young. He's 21. His birthday was 28th of November.
Fair play.
Where did they get him from?
I did not know this. That's good. How much is he? 40 mil he's coming back.
Udinese, 25 mil.
25 million. Well, that is a great signing. Whoever's signed that geezer has done absolute wonders.
It's a good
because he's come into the team and he's like what Man City would ask for in a fullback.
Yeah.
You're good at defending, you can play a pass, and you can get forward and kick the ball in the goal. That's what he does for Spurs.
Indeed.
So fair play.
No, I do like your doggy. They've got Van der Ven again before his injury. Looked really good. Young centre back as well. Romero's still fairly young.
Yeah.
Porro ain't too old.
Porro's good. I like Porro. Emerson, bit dodgy,
Emerson
but
is your
Porro's
backup,
way better.
and he's doing all right. To be honest, he's doing a lot better than people would have expected, especially myself at centre back.
Yes.
But again, that could just be the improvement of the whole team.
Yeah.
Taking more pressure off the centre backs by having better midfielders or harder working midfielders in there. Basuma, Matissar, good hard workers. Again, a bit headless, but in that position, you expect that from them sort of players, isn't it?
That's all fine.
Getting yellows sometimes can save a goal, so don't be put off by people getting a lot of yellows because they could be taking one for the team massively.
Oh, definitely.
I mean, say that this geezer's driving through, I'm taking it. I don't care. But Spurs, you went with what did you go with? You tell me.
I went Spurs to win 3-1 at home. I'm like very confident when it comes to Spurs being at home now. I obviously hope they lose. I don't like Spurs. Yeah. But I reckon they're going to smash them, mate. 3-1 to Spurs. But although saying that, before you go on, Bournemouth have been very good. And I would not be, like, this is again one of the games where I would not be surprised if Bournemouth won it because the way they move up the pitch and then just seem to get that ball in the goal, it's quick. So with Spurs' injuries, if Basuma does pick up an early yellow and he can't kick people in the final third, then they're going to have chances. It's true. So we'll see. I reckon 3-1.
I do like Bournemouth. We've said it before, and they look good attacking team. I like the way they play. They're very direct. It could be one of the games where we have an upset because you always get one of them. I mean, we've said it. We reckon it's in the Forest game. Yeah. But you never know. Could be somewhere else in there. Definitely an upset is going to happen this week without a doubt. Just too many games being played for me in this area. You probably haven't seen. You'll see a bit of rotation, I guess, with the squads as well, the starting 11s. So again, that could be a quality drop off. I've gone with 2-0. I've gone with the same distance that you said, 3-1.
That's fair. I do think they'll score though.
So I do as well, but Spurs have sometimes been good at just shutting out.
They have.
They've had some games where they've overperformed, dominated teams. Should have had the game won by half time and then let the team back in. But it seems like they're slowly learning from them experiences. And if they're doing that game on game, that's like really quick. That's proper accelerated learning. So I'm going 2-0.
Fair play, mate.
I'm going 2-0.
2-0 to the Spurs.
I think nearly all of my other ones they've got a goal in them somewhere. So this is the only one where, another team isn't scoring.
That's it, mate.
Which is not going to happen. Both teams are not going to score in every one of these games this week. I don't think. But we'll see.
We shall.
Second last game of the game week, Liverpool against Newcastle. Massive game. Liverpool at home. Newcastle away. We're one of the best home teams in the league. Newcastle are one of the worst away teams in the league. It spells serious trouble for Newcastle. But football is weird. This particular fixture is weird as well and can spring up some crazy results. I think it might underwhelm actually this game because it does normally get a lot of hype and
I was close. I was close to 0-0.
I'm going 2-1.
Yeah, 2-1 Liverpool.
Yeah, I still think that we're liable to concede, and I think it might be one of them tight games. Like it could be 0-0 until like the 60th, 70th minute or something.
Yeah, just gets a bit.
Someone goes 1-0 up, and then we have to do a major fight back like we've had to do
loads of times.
Numerous times this year. And similar to the game, how we won against them at St James's Park.
Yes, Darwin Núñez, no?
1-0 down for a long time in the game, down to 10 men, and Nunes comes up and nicks 2 in the last few minutes or whatever.
Mental.
I don't think it's going to be particularly like that. I don't think anyone will be going down to 10 men. Not to say it's impossible, but I don't see the game going like that. I think we'll be more dominant, similar to what they were at home. But we just need to put them away.
You have to, mate.
The Burnley game was an example. It was a warning sign. Only 2-0 away.
Mm-hmm.
Should have put them away in the first half, and they had chances themselves. So who knows how that game ends up?
It's true. And I was looking at this game, and I was at like 2 very different opinions. One of my opinions was like yours, and because there had just been so many crazy games, Newcastle, Liverpool, Liverpool, Newcastle, I thought this, like you're saying, was going to be 0-0.
Yeah,
but looking at the way that Newcastle have played away, and looking at Liverpool at home, in the big games this season, I think you lot have you lot haven't actually given your fans what they deserved, innit? Beating United, beating us. This is what should have happened.
Drew both times, yeah.
You get what I mean? So I think now Newcastle, considering the fact that they have that history and they are kind of going for the top 4, I do think it's going to be high scoring. Yeah. That's my opinion on this game. So I have gone 3-2 Liverpool, mate.
Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, like I said, we're the 3rd best team, home team in the league this year. Haven't lost a game. 7 wins, 2 draws. And Newcastle on the flip side are 19th
from away
form. 1 win, 2 draws, 6 losses. With that, 14 goals, 18 conceded.
It's not bad.
So they're losing close games.
Mm-hmm. It's tight when they lose away. Yeah.
Apart from Everton, obviously that probably is what
the difference is. Yeah, literally.
But like you're saying, I think similar to the City one, everyone hypes it up like all week. It's going to be a slobber knocker of a game. And it's just a bore draw. Really, everyone's a bit scared and too tetchy to make a mistake. It seems. It could be one. I think it could be one like that. But I'm pretty confident that we're going to look like the dominant team in the game.
You should. I think you should.
Yes, but that's a big one. That is a big one.
That's the biggest game of the game week.
You reckon you're looking for that one the most?
Yeah. That one's the bit. And if it actually does, do what it says on the tin, it will be high scoring, innit?
Yeah, exactly.
It has to be, because you lot haven't done it against us or United or really City.
True.
So you've got to do it against one of the top 4. You normally do it to us. Yeah. Smash us 4-0 or 5-1. Someone's got to get it this season. Hopefully it's Newcastle.
Yes, indeed, on a weekend. But last game of the week.
Last game.
I believe it's on a Tuesday as well. This is kind of how they've...
We skipped from a Sunday to a Tuesday.
Well, sorry, that's my bad. So the Spurs Bournemouth is the last game on Sunday. Mm-hmm. The Liverpool Newcastle, I believe, is on Monday. Actually on New Year's Day. And then Brighton against West Ham. Well, West Ham against Brighton, which is the last game, is on Tuesday.
It's on the 2nd. That's because West Ham are playing us today, so they're giving them some time.
Yes, but then you're playing on the 31st. Oh, Sunday.
Squeeze games, innit? Yeah, it's fine. Fine, mate.
Yeah, I suppose.
Squeeze them in. What is it? West Ham at home, yeah?
West Ham at home against Brighton. Really good game, actually, I could see this being. I don't know, man. I'm not really settled on this one at all. I'm going to go with West Ham home advantage, 2-1.
2-1 to the Hammers.
Yeah. Could be a more of a high scoring game. Brighton come off better in their head-to-heads. 6 wins, 6 draws. West Ham 3 wins. West Ham have got better form though. Last 5 games, 3 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss. Brighton have only won once in the last 5.
Poor.
Which again could cause a massive turnaround and a proper turn up for this game. That's just how it goes sometimes. But I'm going with West Ham home advantage 2-1.
I have gone for a very similar game to Palace Brentford. I think it's going to be the exact same score, mate. 1-1. I think someone will get an early goal. That team will sit back. The other team will try and unlock them. Yeah. And then it will just keep going and going and going. And then finally the other team will score. And then they'll both be happy with a draw because they'll just be like, I don't want to lose this now.
They're only 3 points apart in the table. 2 places. One is 7th, one's 9th. So again, if Brighton were to win, they would go same points as West Ham. West Ham win, it's kind of a 6... No, it's not 6 points clear. Yeah, you get what I mean. Yeah. Again, a lot of draws in there.
Loads,
like
mate.
The 19-20 season, and 2019 to 20, 20 to 21, 21 to 22 season.
All draws.
All draws in them games.
Brilliant.
6 draws.
Brilliant. That's where all them 6 draws came from.
Yeah. Oh yeah. In 3 years.
Not
Before
spread
that,
out
it was
at
just
all.
Brighton, West Ham straight.
Yeah. So now it's probably going to be someone's going to win it, ain't going to be a draw in it. It's
Yeah.
going to go and win now. Yeah, fair enough.
So I'm going with the Hammers. They
Fair
haven't
play.
won against Brighton from what I can see here in the last 4.
That's mad.
Brighton have done them in the last 2 years, home and away.
Brighton are a bit poor at the moment though.
Exactly. Oh no, sorry, that's my bad. West Ham won the last game between them at the start of the season. Away.
And then Brighton beat them.
Yes, which it doesn't bode well for my prediction
No.
because they seem to just beat each other and take points away. So again, wouldn't be surprised to see Brighton beat West Ham at all.
Not at all, mate.
But yeah, that should be a good game. That's one of the better games I would say this week,
Should be.
football wise.
Should be.
But yeah, another game week to look forward to.
That's it.
Games spread out across the week.
All across.
Saturday has obviously got 6 games. We've got 2 on Sunday, 1 on New Year's Day, and 1 on the 2nd. So what is that? Just a second. There's no
Just
New
a second, mate,
Year's.
yeah. It's not New Year's Day. It's just a second, mate.
Post New Year's.
Straight into the
Post
New Year,
Year's
mate.
Day,
That's
whatever. But yeah, I hope everyone has a brilliant New Year. Whatever you're doing, wherever you are, wherever you're listening from. Stay safe as always, and good luck with your predictions this week as well. Until next time.
Thank you so much for joining us today. It's been a pleasure hosting you. Have a great rest of your day and see you all again soon.